Okay. I just better check these chats for a moment here in case there's anything for me, but I think we're okay. All right. Okay, so I'm going to present on Brahma Mudra today, and I want to share my screen with you, and then we will be able to all be following together. So just give me a moment here. And I'm going to go into presenter view. Okay, can everyone see the screen okay? Yes? Okay. Awesome. Okay. So in this presentation, I wanted to talk about Brahma Mudra, the four-face gesture of creation. And in this presentation, I just wanted to note that you can see in the image of Brahma, you can see three faces, but there's another face on the back. And these four directions of the head impact the flow of prana through the Ida and Pingala nadis on the right and the left, and the Sushumna in the front and the back. It's representative of Brahma having four faces. He's the God of creation, and he wants to see all of creation around. So we have all of the directions around. So before I begin, I would like to start with the Guru Gayatri and the Guru honoring, because I am so incredibly grateful for this parampara. It's been a long time not having living gurus, and so now I have Amaji and Dr.Ananda, and so let us all be so grateful how something like COVID could turn life around and give us all these incredible opportunities online. Om Tat Paramparaya Vidmahe Yana Lingeshwaraya Dhimahi Tanno Guru Prachodayate Om. Om Yoga Maharishi Dr. Swami Gitananda Giri Guru Maharaja Ki Jai. Om Purvai Kalamamani Purvai Shakti Yoga Charini Amaji Meenakshi Devi Bhavanani Guru Mata Ki Jai. So as I'm presenting on Brahma Mudra, the four-faced God of creation, I feel that it's important to talk a bit about mudra so that we all have an understanding of that. And then we will go into the practice. So let's begin with this understanding of mudra. So I have a picture of Yana Mudra here. And we can see that it is a gesture, a hand gesture in this case, and it's a seal of energy. So we can see the union here between the index finger and the thumb. And so this creates a seal, and these three fingers are open. So that's an open circuit, and this is a closed circuit. Mudra helps to consciously change the flows of energy in us and bring us in tune with the energies of the universe. And I will elaborate more on that. And mudra can control every organ and function in the body and the mind. Sometimes, most of the time, we may not notice the effects of mudra, but it's really important that it not be neglected just because we cannot see or feel these effects. In fact, there are some lineages that actually make an additional limb. Instead of just 8 limbs, they make 9 limbs, and mudra is one of them. So it would be yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, mudra, dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. And so mudra is placed after asana and pranayama in general because we need a degree of understanding first of asana and pranayama, some expertise in these before we move into the deeper aspects of mudra, like full body mudras and the Oli mudras. So mudras are extremely powerful. And I want to point out that a lot of this information has come from our marvelous book, Mudras, by Dr. Swami-Gitananda, and revised by Dr.Ananda Balayogi Bhavanani, and as well resources from our step-by-step program and Deeper Gitananda. So mudra controls the mind-brain processes and functions within the nervous systems. And the body can be divided equally into 10 distinct parts. So here again, we have these parts. Let me get my laser pointer here. So we can see 10 distinct parts, 5 on each side. The body can be further subdivided into 10 pranic flows. So the 5 major pranas govern the head, the chest, the abdomen, the pelvis, the extremities. So you can see how the 5 major pranas impact the entire body. And the 5 minor pranas are at work in a more subtle way within specific nerve areas. So we're working with the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system, and as well with these minor pranas, they're involving aspects such as burping and swallowing, different parts like that. So the prana is the life force. And when we come into this physical body, the life force comes in with our first breath. And prana flows through everything. It moves absolutely everything within the body. Without prana, nothing moves. When we pass away, that last breath is the prana leaving the body. So we can see these pranic flows from the head to the fingertips and from the head all the way down to the toes and the feet. So prana is governing absolutely everything within us. So mudra is made it's made complete by bringing together those acupressure points at various sites on the body. So when we see those meridians in the previous slide, those are the meridians that run through the body, the nerves run through the body. And so everything that we're doing, our hand gestures, have an impact and an effect. So just to point out some of these that Dr. Swami-Gitananda has taught, hands united in the Namaskara mudra here, unite the cranial nerve circuits of the head and the upper body. And that involves also the vagus system. That's uniting the vagus system, which is responsible for digestion, heart rate, and breathing. So essential systems in the body. When fingers join, as in the Hasta Yoga Mudra, and I've chosen this one here, but the previous one of Yana Mudra, we can see here that there's a closed circuit between the index finger and the thumb, and open circuits with the open fingers. In the Yoga Mudra here, I chose this because we will use it in the Brahma Mudra presentation. And you can see the interweaving of all the fingers here. The right thumb will go on top in this position. And so now we have a really nice closed circuit here. So when hands touch the face, as in Yoni Mudra, it brings specific nerves from the face. It creates a closed circuit connection with the vagus nerve and the face. This is a particularly powerful mudra for pratyahara, to withdraw from the senses. So the eyes, the nose, the ears, the mouth, and the touch. So powerful mudra simply by bringing fingers to the face. Similarly, when we do this, we help to relieve stress. So hand movements are very logical as we go through them. When hands unite with the feet, as in the Hatha Yoga, this is a Hatha Yoga Mudra here. It's called Yoga Mudra as well. So one is a hand mudra touching the face, and this is a body mudra here. There's a closed circuit with the cerebral spinal nerves. So in this first example here, the person is sitting in Padmasana, lotus pose, and then wrapping the hands behind the back and grabbing the toes. Not everyone can do that. Here is a simplified version from Dr.Gitananda's book and from the step-by-step. And here it is simplified. You can sit either in a crossed leg pose as Sukhasana or Padmasana, and then clasp the wrist behind the back to create this closed circuit. You can also see the folding forward in the body will impact in pressure in some areas, like the front body, and opening through the spine here. A posture like Parva Mudra throws all nerve systems into a turbulent action, resulting sometimes in deeper insights, such as seeing past lives. So of course, this is a more advanced pose, and not everyone is able to do this pose. It's not required to be able to get into deeper insights, of course, as we advance along yoga, but it is an example of a posture that will throw the nerve systems into a turbulent action. So through mudra, we communicate with ourselves, prayerful hands or pensive hands. We communicate with each other through eyes, dance, and hand gestures. And it was a wonderful example this morning in the introduction session with Dr.Ananda, and Avni and Niyati did their dance with their hand mudras and beautiful dance positions. And that was communication with all of us. It's a story. It's telling us something. And we communicate with our world through the gestures that we evoke when we evoke these universal energies into us. So prayerful position, evoking the universal energies within us, different mudras are all having a purpose. And I wanted to do this quote here, or put this quote here, and it was shared in us, or in Dr. Swami Gitananda's book. Where the hand goes, there flows the eye. Where the eye goes, there flows the mind. Where the mind goes, there flows the expression. And only when bhava is expressed is the complete enjoyment of creation understood. And I just thought this was a wonderful quote to remind us of all of the gestures of the eyes and the hands and the body and the mind, how it impacts our journey with Bhav, incorporating Bhav, the correct attitude on the journey of our yoga. And I think this is an opportune time to remind you that there will be another session on mudra I believe it's Sunday at 16:15 IST or India time. And it's Mudra in Yoga with Bharatanatyam. So another one not to be missed. I'm limiting this session to Brahma Mudra for the most part and simply explaining mudra, but that will be another really great session on mudra. We have pranayama mudras that change the flow of the energies of prana within us by putting pressure in certain areas. This is Vishnu Mudra in the Gitananda lineage, used in alternating nostrils during pranayama to change the flow of prana through Ida and Pingala nadis, as an example. And we have Hatha Yoga Mudras. These are described in the sacred Hatha Yoga texts, such as the Hatha Yoga Pradipika, the Shiva Samhita, and the Gheranda Samhita. And they use asana, pranayama, and bandhas to seal and lock the energies specifically as needed. The Hatha Yoga Pradipika and the Shiva Samhita have 10 mudras that are described. The Gheranda Samhita has 25 mudras in it. This particular posture looks like Janu Shirsasana. However, when you incorporate the pranayama, the bandhas, the holding of the breath, it changes completely. And so this is an example of how mudras would require some degree of skill in asana as well as pranayama before coming into the full body mudras. In this particular one, you can see how deep the forward bend can come or how straight the back is, which I think is what's so important, is the straight spine in the mudra. We also have dhyana mudras, which induce a sense of contemplation and introspection. And they're very, very beneficial for self-analysis through svadhyaya. There's numerous variations on mudras for meditation. This is simply one example, and it is called Dhyana Mudra. And we have the Shakti Mudras. And the Shakti Mudras create great power to manifest the Kundalini energy. These transform hormonal secretions into higher energies for our sadhana. For example, the Oli Mudras in the Gitananda tradition, such as Vajroli, Sahajoli, and Amaroli Mudras. And this is a very important advanced practice to transform the hormonal secretions towards spiritual energy. So it's wonderful that Dr. Swami Gitananda has included these in his teachings. Okay, back to Brahma Mudra and the benefits of this practice. So you will see as we go through it, it releases tension in the neck, the shoulders, and the spine. You can imagine being able to see in all directions that we would be utilizing and engaging the movement of the neck, which is part of the spine. It repairs and rejuvenates neck and spinal health. It cultivates mind-body balance and psychosomatic harmony. This is just really, really beautiful about it, this peace when we have mind-body balance, the peace that comes into us. It manages stress and gives a sense of lightness. And it brings energy and awareness to the Sushumna. So you can imagine as well in the movement of the head, the Sushumna will be impacted by this in the subtle body. And speaking of the subtle body, I want to touch on the benefits for that. So Brahma, the creator, has 4 heads to see in all 4 directions. Here we have the movements of the head, right, left, up, and down. And so we can see when we go right, left, we are impacting the Ida and Pingala nadis on the right and left side, Pingala on the right, Ida on the left. And then lifting the head and lowering the head, we're getting the back and the front of the Sushumna. The Sushumna is the central canal in the subtle body, and it parallels the spine in the physical body. And this is the great sacred channel that the Kundalini energy rises from or rises through. Here's a wonderful quote from our step-by-step program from Maritji. If I am able to move my head around like the Brahma deity, I will begin to learn about life. And she goes on to explain this, that in a subtle way, when we move our head in all these various different directions, we can see all the different perspectives. And when we have this beautiful plate full of perspectives, scopes, insights, wisdoms, understandings, it broadens our view and understanding of life. This generally means that we will judge others less. And because we can see more, we can begin to understand where others are coming from, which can bring us a greater degree of compassion. And we may not necessarily like or agree with what we see as we broaden our perspectives. However, it opens us up. It opens and expands our vision. So this is a really beautiful, beautiful practice on our spiritual journey to help us to see the divine within others, to embrace what namaste means. So before we begin the practice, I feel that I need to know that everyone can at least practice the breathing in the fashion for this. So I thought we could do the Mahat Yoga Pranayama together. This is a basic, very basic introduction. And the idea is to inhale deeply into the lower lungs, the middle lungs, and the upper lungs. So lower, middle, and upper, and then exhale from the lower, middle, and upper. And think of your lungs in a 3-dimensional manner, in that it's not just the front of the body, but when we breathe into lower, middle, upper lungs and exhale from lower, middle, upper lungs, that we realize that we have the front, sides, and back of the body when we're doing that. So to breathe into all of these areas. Think 3-dimensionally. I think using a count of 6 will give us the opportunity to breathe a count of 1, 2 for lower, 3, 4 for middle, 5, 6 for upper. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's practice now just so we can get this feel of breathing, and I need you to remember it as we go through the Brahma Mudra practice, so that I don't always have to remind you to breathe into the lower, middle, upper lungs and exhale lower, middle, upper in this three-dimensional way. So you can use your hands to move with you if that helps, or you can take the mudra again, the yoga mudra with the right thumb on top, and place that in your lap for practice, because we will be using this later. Okay, so let us begin. Breathing in for a count of 6. Lower, 1, 2, middle, 3, 4, upper, 5, 6. Exhale, lower, 1, 2, middle, 3, 4, upper, 5, 6. Lower, middle, upper. Exhale, lower, middle, upper. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, lower, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, lower, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last one. Inhale, lower, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, lower, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And relax. Feel the effects of your breathing and allow yourself to let your breath come back to its normal position, normal flow. Okay, so I know that there are others here who are able to have longer inhalations and longer exhalations, but I want to keep it simple for the benefit of learning the practice. And then later on your own, if you want to expand the count, of course you can. So this is the Mahat Yoga Pranayama. Please note in this position that we're sitting in Vajrasana. I should have said that sooner, but we will use this position for the Brahma Mudra practice. Now, if you are unable to sit in Vajrasana, then please sit in a way that is comfortable, but have a straight spine. We would like to have as straight a spine as possible. So sitting upright in a chair or in Sukhasana if you cannot sit in Vajrasana. So this is the pose that is chosen, but it is modifiable. Okay. Okay, so ideally in this practice, we would sit facing the north. It is all right at sunrise to face the east as the sun is rising up, or at sunset to face the west to watch your sun close the day. But sitting facing north is perfect for all times, no matter what. interlocking your fingers, again, the reminder of the right thumb on top, and then resting these hands in your lap. This is Yoga Mudra, and just resting the hands in the lap. And then you can fix your gaze straight ahead. The eyes are open so that we can see all of these different perspectives, and they can blink. So like Brahma, we want to see everything that's going on in creation for a deeper understanding of what is going on. You'll notice in the practice that as we move our head to the right, we will return to center. As we move to the left, we will return to center. As we look up, then we will return to center. And as we look down, we will return to center. Here is that mind-body balancing that goes on, and it grounds us, brings us back to harmony when we are seeing, expanding our vision. So you may have something in front of you on your altar, an Om symbol or your Ishta Devata, wherever it is. So sit approximately 2 to 3 meters from that. If you don't have any sacred object in front of you, choose a spot that you will return your drishti or gaze to. If you're sitting outdoors, that's also a great option to find something of nature to return your gaze to. Okay. So I've gone over the head movements. I'm just going to show you again, we would inhale for a count of 6. So this is just the description here, and then we'll go through this all together several times for the practice of it. So as we move the head to the right, we will inhale for that count of 6. So 1, 2 for lower, 3, 4 for middle, 5, 6 for upper. So your hands would be in Yoga Mudra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you would exhale back. Lower, 1, 2, middle, 3, 4, upper, 5, 6. Same with the left. Inhale for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhaling back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So your head movement will be paced by your breathing. And then looking up, you would inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you're extending the chin up. This helps to elongate the neck, so we're not crunching the neck in the back, but lengthening up. And then exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then inhaling down, so lowering the chin down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back to center. So with these movements, when you go to the right, you're elongating on the Ida side and shortening on the Pingala side. When you go to the left, you're elongating on the Pingala side and shortening on the Ida side. When you're looking up, you're elongating in the front of the Sushumna and shortening on the back. And when you're lowering the chin down, you're elongating the back and shortening on the front. So fabulous stimulation of these 3 key nadis in our practice: Ida, Pingala, and Sushumna. So concentrate on the neck area in this practice. I want to mention that in the Gitananda lineage, we generally would use a 1 to 3 ratio, which means if we inhale for 6, we exhale for 18. And I would like to just use 6 and 6 today so that everybody is within a comfort zone. So that's a 1-to-1 ratio, but just be aware as the practice becomes more comfortable that you would be working to inhale for 6 and exhale for 18. Oops, I'm going to go back. We're going to do the practice now. So again, as we go through this practice, I'm taking the moderate route. It says a minimum of 3 rounds of this practice and up to 6 to 9 rounds of this practice. And so we're going to go middle of the road with 6, and I'm just keeping track of my time here. So we'll go middle of the road and do 6 rounds of the practice with the head movements. So remember to be aware of what you're feeling in the neck as we move through this practice together. Okay, if you need a sip of water before we start, and preparing yourself in your comfortable seat, whether that is Vajrasana, or another pose, Sukhasana, please get yourself ready. One more reminder, breathing into lower, middle, upper with the inhale, exhale, lower, middle, upper, and try to think 3-dimensionally. I realize this is a lot of information, but if you do it all the time, it will just become automatic for you. So at first it takes a bit of reminding. Okay, here we go. So sitting up straight, eyes are open to see all the different perspectives, and inhaling, slowly moving your head to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale back to center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, inhale right or left, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale back to center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhaling up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale back to center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And inhale down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Round 2. To the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Being aware of your neck. To the left. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale to center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhaling up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale to center, or exhale to center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Round 3 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale to center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To the left, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale to center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, rising up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale to center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale down, lowering. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale to center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale to center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale to center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhaling up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And exhale down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to center. Inhale down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And exhale to center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale to center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale to left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale to center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale to center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale to center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the last run. To the right. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale to center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale to center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, raising the head up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale to center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And exhale to center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And relax. Relax the head, relax the neck. You can close the eyes if you wish. Breathing normally with your natural flow of breath. Take a moment to notice how the neck feels, the mind-body balance, the calmness. How were your perspectives as you moved the head? Did you see differently as you moved from right to left? Bringing a consciousness to the mind-body connection and the effects of your practice. And when you feel ready, you can open your eyes. Oops. All right. So, technique 2. This is also in Dr. Swami Gitananda's book. And we're going to add the vibratory bija sounds. And as you've learned from the session today, I can't say this morning because it's not this morning for everyone, but with Dr. Sandhgita on Nada Yoga, sound is so powerful. It is the manifestation of the divine. The primal sound, the Om holds all of the sounds. And so in this, we will add the sounds. We will do exactly the same kind of breathing, inhaling to the right. But when we exhale, we will exhale the sound back to our center. Again, you can notice any feeling of the neck. And one thing I want to talk about with the sounds as we go through this is my sound may disappear in this. So the sound goes from the whole count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But with Zoom, it can cut out. So if I go, you may not hear it all the way. But I'm saying it all the way, and you can say it all the way with your exhalation. So we have 4 sounds for the 4 movements of the head. Going to the right, we have the ah sound, and ah is the bija sound related to the lower lungs, okay? And the lower lungs, when you practice the hasta mudras for the 3 parts of the lungs, we know that the lower lungs take the prana to the lower limbs. And the middle lungs fill this entire torso, really infusing it with prana. Of course, the prana is flowing everywhere, but we can direct a greater infusion. And then the upper lungs, then we increase the infusion there. So the ah to the right is for the lower lungs. The oo to the left is for the middle lungs. Now we're going to throw in another one as we move the head up. E, and make it nasally. E, e. Well, when we come down, E. And this sound moves the energy up to the sahasrara, to the crown. You can feel through the palate the sound just moving this energy up. And then the sound is related to the upper lungs. So A-U-M is the sacred Om, the letters that spell out Om, the pranava Om. And this E moves the energy up. So beautiful power coming from these great mudra, bijas added to the mudra. Okay, so if we are ready here for the practice, let's first just stretch out our legs. If you haven't already, I think it's important. And if you need to take a sip of water, because breathing will dry sometimes your throat. So stretch out your legs, shake them. We had a marvelous practice in our stress busters with Dia and the Jatis. And so it's important, particularly in Vajrasana, to let the circulation come back in between the rounds here. Okay. Just a reminder before we move into the practice to breathe three-dimensionally into lower, middle, upper. Exhale, lower, middle, upper. So inhaling front side, back, front side, back, front side, back. Exhaling backside, or yeah, backside, front, backside, front, backside, front. So when you inhale and exhale, it's a beautiful three-dimensional practice. There's an entire practice about learning the Mahat Yoga pranayama. So this is a little crash course to integrate it into our Brahma Mudra. Okay, so interlocking your hands into Yoga Mudra, right thumb on top, placing them on your lap, being seated in a comfortable position. I also just need to note here that when I move my head to the right, to you, it might look like I'm moving it to the left. And that's just the way it goes with Zoom. So I can't mirror and do it the opposite way. My body and my mind don't work with that. So I'm going to my right, and I'm expecting you can find your right and your left in the process. So, okay. Hopefully I haven't confused anyone so far. Okay, let us begin. So inhaling to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, all the way back. Inhaling to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhaling, ooh, ooh. Inhaling, raising the head up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhaling, E, back to center. E. Inhaling, lowering the head down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhaling, all the way back to center. Inhaling to the right. You can think as you go to the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, ah. Inhale to the left, think ooh. 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, ooh, back to center. Ooh. Inhaling up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, E, back to center. E. Inhale down, think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, back to center. Inhale to the right, thinking ah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale ah, back to center. Ah. Inhale to the left, thinking ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale back to center. Ooh. Ooh. Inhaling up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, E back to center. E. Inhaling in your mind all the way down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale to the right, thinking ah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale ah. Ah. To the left, inhaling in your mind, ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, ooh, back to center. Ooh. Inhaling, thinking E, lifting the head up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhaling, E, back to center. E. Inhaling in the mind as you inhale down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale back to center. Inhale to the right, thinking ah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale back to center ah. Ah. Inhale to the left, thinking ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, ooh, back to center. Ooh. Inhaling E, thinking it on your way up. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. E. Inhaling, thinking as you lower the head down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, all the way back to center. Last round. Inhale to the right, thinking ah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah. Inhale to the left, thinking ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, ooh, back to center. Ooh. Inhaling up, thinking E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, E back to center. E. Inhaling all the way down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale all the way back to center. Take in a deep breath. You can close your eyes. Pause and feel the effects of your breathing. Feel the vibration in the body from the bijas. See if you can feel the calmness in the mind. How does the neck feel? Acknowledging the subtle work done on the 3 most significant nadis, the Ida, Pingala, and Sushumna. And when you feel ready, you can open your eyes. Again, a new perspective from closed eyes. To complete this practice, it is ideal to move into Dharmika Asana and then into Shavasana. If you cannot do Dharmika Asana, then you can go right into Shavasana. But I want to point out here in Dharmika Asana, this is Amaji in this beautiful pose. And Dia taught it in the previous session. So we're in, from our Vajrasana, we would fold forward. So if you're not able to do this and you're in a chair, you could fold forward, but be sure you are stable. We have restricted the flow of prana here in the legs, and therefore we've opened the flow of prana right here through this beautiful spine and Shushumna area after the practice. So Amaji has tucked her nose in toward the knees, so you tuck in as much as possible, and you touch your heels with your feet, or heels with your hands. And here we have a beautiful closed circuit again. So we could rest in this pose if you can. And then when you feel ready, move into Shavasana. Now, before you go there, I want to point out in the Gitananda system, Shavasana is with your hands beside the body, touching the side of the body, and the feet touching each other for another closed circuit. So as opposed to having hands and feet apart in this system, they are touching and creating a beautiful closed circuit. So if you would like to move into Dharmika Asana, if you haven't yet, please do. Or directly into Shavasana. This is the integration of the work that you have done. It's a very powerful process of integrating the energies and the perspectives that you have worked on. In our yogic path, we are moving toward vision, the higher vision, the higher wisdom. And Brahma Mudra is one that increases our vision, our perspectives, our compassion and understanding as we move along this spiritual path, as we do our sadhana. So has your perspective changed? Take a moment to rest and ponder as you integrate this practice. And then taking in, please, a deeper breath. Wiggling fingers and toes. Stretching out arms and legs. Rolling over onto your side. You can draw your knees to your chest and roll to the side if that's easier. And making your way back up to a seated position. Before I stop sharing screen, I just want to acknowledge the resources that I have used. I feel like that's a practice of my niyamas, yamas and niyamas, my ethics of Ashdeya, non-stealing. And so, of course, I've used Dr. 4.Gitananda's and Dr.Ananda's book of mudras, and the DVDs that are available for you on mudras, body talk and mudras, as well the resources from Dr. Ananda on his DVD or on his discussion of the concept of mudra, as well as the Brahma Mudra Gitanjali video available online. The Yoga Step-by-Step program, a marvelous program for anyone who is really sacredly following the path. So if you haven't taken it, I recommend it. I took the Dharmika and Shavaasanas from there, from the International Yoga Teachers Association Asana Handbook, the Dhyana Mudra used with permission, the Yoga Mudra image of the interlocked fingers from free license program Vectisi, and the Parva Mudra from the free license of Yoga Font. And so in closing, I would like to do the universal prayer together, and then I'll stop sharing screen here. And so let us close this session. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Sarve Janaha Sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. And I will stop sharing screen. And I don't know it. We have 5 minutes. If anyone has any questions, let's see if I have the ability, whoops, to unmute anyone that wants to say something. I guess it would be, I don't know how to do that. I have it as mute all. Oh, here we go. You can unmute yourselves if you have a question for me in these last few minutes. I don't see any hands up. Oh, there we go. Can you unmute? There we go, Ingun.
Yeah. Thank you for a nice practice and very nice explanations. I'm used to do this Brahma Mudra quite often, and I enjoy it a lot. But I think you added quite a few things that I had not thought about, and especially the impact of the Ida, Pingala, and Sushumna was really useful to have that clarified better. There are many ways of doing it, and of course when you do it according to instructions and you're used to be in your own silence, it's quite different, but it's really useful to have someone instructed for you too. I just had a question related to perspective, because one of the amazing psychological impacts is that it can change your perspective. And my idea here, because you seem to think that it changes perspective every time, and it's possible that it does. In my mind, changing perspective is a more long-term process. So I think when I do it often, it will gradually change my perspective. So I just was curious about, how do you think about this?
Well, I think you're absolutely right. And I kind of look at ourselves as a sculpture, and we're slowly chipping away, creating a new us, but it doesn't happen overnight. It's a very slow process. So thank you for mentioning that, because I wouldn't want somebody to think suddenly poof, because it is a very gradual process of discovery.
Yeah. I also wanted to say thank you for starting to talk about the mudras, because that was also very useful to have it in that context. So thank you very much.
Thank you for your feedback. I really appreciate that, Ingun. Okay, well, I don't see that anyone else has any questions, so I want to just say that I want to thank Dr. Ananda and Kalavati for all of their energy and effort in creating this online yoga conference. It is magnificent, and I just look at the learnings and opportunities that we have here. I really want to extend my thanks to Amaji for opening herself up to the online world, and all of us all over the world who haven't made it to the ashram yet. I know there's so much work in the background that we're not necessarily privy to, but Devasena, Divya, Anandraj, and everyone else who's working in the background there, who all of you I know have this endless dedication to making sure this lineage continues and is alive for all of us to enjoy, and many more generations to come. So thank you so much. Om Shanti.